Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Six Figure Systems podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about 3 ways to make more money with your marketing. And this is a special episode because a week from today, on December 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be hosting the Make Money with Marketing workshop. Now, this is for you if you can come live to this and you're listening to this in real time, amazing. But I'm also going to include a link for you to get access to all of the amazing things that this workshop is going to include, including a Facebook group where you're going to be able to actually submit a piece of content and get feedback. So, really awesome and exciting times. And this is going to be the first time I've ever done a paid workshop, but in the time that I'm recording this in real time, I know that this is a season that I would like to personally give back more. And so there is going to be a $12 donation that is associated with this workshop. However, I'm going to be matching all the donations and sending all of that money to the American Red Cross as a way to give back this year. So pretty exciting times. Lots of things going on in this episode. So I want to give you a quick overview before we dive into things. So today on this podcast episode, we're going to be talking about what happens when you have a marketing system that when you don't have a marketing system that works. Then we're going to get into some misconceptions that I see with marketing. And last but not least, how the content conversion system, what I'm going to be teaching in this webinar, will help you grow not just this year, but for years to come. And something I've been using since 2021. So, first things first. One of the things that I think happens is we do things with our marketing and it can feel like such a battle because if you don't have a marketing system that works, what happens is you'll spend time making the wrong content. So, one of the things I wanted to share with you in this episode is just a little bit about me and the kind of things that I experienced, which might be similar to you if you're doing your content in the wrong way. So, first and foremost, when I first started my business, I did not have a background in marketing. So, I was an elementary school teacher and I founded my coaching business. And when I was thinking about how to grow and utilize an amazing free marketing tool like social media, I had no idea where to start. So a lot of times I was just going in and posting kind of whatever was on my mind on a Tuesday. So I would go in and be like, oh, I've got to get a post up because I know posting can help me reach more people in my current audience and generate new leads or people outside of my audience. So what I would do is I would literally just go and think about what was on my mind that day and just post without any strategy. There was no system, no rhyme or reason to it. And of course, that led me to doing content in the wrong way. And I find that this is not just true for me, but this is true for so many of my clients is they don't have a system. So of course their marketing isn't working. And it can feel like just such an awful situation. It feels like such a struggle if you don't have a system that works. So I, like many of you guys might be experiencing, is that I thought within my marketing, if I just spent more time on it, if I learned how to be really good at copywriting, then I would get more sales. And that is true in part. However, that within the time you want to have good copy, but I wasn't doing the right kind of copy. I had no system. So the marketing I was getting out, it could have been the most beautifully written post, but of course it wasn't converting because my audience needed to see different styles of posting in order for me to actually convert people to clients. So when I was posting the wrong kind of content, the reason why it felt like such a struggle is first and foremost, it was taking me hours to do one post. I would be taking all this time and I'd put on my calendar, okay, I'd get up a social media post, and it would just take me so much time because there was really no strategy around it. And what happened is I was also being extremely inefficient with my time and doing everything for the post all in one day. So I would be choosing the graphic, I'd be writing the copy, I would be actually putting it up and reposting it to my story. And that just took an exorbitant amount of time that I did not need to be doing. I also, when I didn't have a system to create better content, I was working with very few people. Yes, it was at the beginning of my business, but I didn't have content that was converting clients. So I was literally just working with the people that knew me and heard from me, and that's the only way I actually got clients. It wasn't anyone that I had found from social media, even though I was posting consistently, like sometimes even 7 times a week. And because of that, because I knew that my marketing wasn't working, it was not converting. I knew there was something that was probably wrong with it, but I didn't know what it was. So I was trying to leave my teaching job. I was coaching part-time, teaching full-time, and I genuinely didn't know if I was going to be able to leave it. I actually went 7 months without a consult from October 2022, and I started my business in August of 2020. So in October of 2020, I did not get a single consent from that point on all the way through April of 2021. And I really wanted to leave my job that year. So I was panicking about my content. And I know that many of you guys that are listening to this podcast have full-time jobs and are trying to get into full-time coaching, but if your content isn't converting, it's a really big gamble for you to go and leave your full-time job. And I know because I went through that myself. I also was struggling to make even more than 2K a month. Like even though I was coaching those 6 clients, I was barely making ends meet. It felt like with my coaching business. So that's why I was definitely not able to leave my full-time job. Forget scaling to 6 figures. I was like, I just need to make ends meet. I also had no idea where my next client was coming from. Going through 7 months of no consults, I really was like, what actually does work to bring in a client? I had no idea what part of my marketing was working. Even though I was doing posting, I was like, what actually was bringing consults and clients? I had no idea. And I would cancel trips because I was like, I need to focus on my work. I was working all the time to try and make my marketing work. I was looking at my reach, I was looking at the algorithm, and I was just like, this is not working. And it can be such a scary place to be. And I just want to normalize that for you that so many people, myself included, experience that. And I have figured out that during that time, I was posting the wrong content. So for you, I just want you to breathe a sigh of relief and recognize that it's not that your copy isn't good. It's not that you aren't doing a good job with social media. It's not that social media doesn't work. It's just that you're doing it wrong. And I was doing it wrong. And I was so scared about, and finally, I just realized I wasn't posting the right kind of content. And I was like, what? It's so much easier than what you think. And what I'm going to teach you at this webinar is the content conversion system. There is a 3-step process. There are 3 things that you need to be doing and a system for you to make it happen that will actually get you content that converts. That's one of the reasons why I'm hosting this webinar. And I actually want to look at your copy. So I'm literally going to, in the Facebook group, I'm going to give you feedback on your posts. So I'm going to actually read your posts, tell you what's wrong with it, and I'll fix it for you. So that's one of the reasons why I was like, I really wanted to get this out here, especially before the end of the year, so that you guys can actually get access to my feedback on your content before the year even ends. And you can actually clean it up so you can start the new year even stronger. And what happened is when I figured out the content conversion system, what I'm teaching you at the Make Money with Marketing workshop is I found that I could actually convert people directly from social media. I started to get out of the friends, family, and acquaintance bubble, and I started to find new people. And it's actually what I've used since 2021 when I kind of figured it out towards the end of the year. And what happened is because of that, when I was posting content the right way, and it's very simple, it's 3 simple things that you can absolutely start implementing right away. I was actually able to do all of my social media posts for the entire week in an hour and a half. I also was able to now I've worked with hundreds of people because I've been able to bring in way more people with my marketing, and I know exactly what to say that actually brings people in. I was able, because I figured that in 2021 and I started getting consults back in April, that I was able to leave my full-time job as an elementary school teacher in June of 2021. And then in 2022, when I had my first full year, I made 120K my first full-time year. So these things absolutely work. And now that I've been able to see it on a larger scale with so many other coaching businesses, I know that this works for other people too. And it can work so quickly. Like once you understand this and start posting like this, I had one of my clients sign 3 clients 3 new clients in 1 month. The first month that she was in Six Figure Systems, and another one of my clients got 6 consults in a week. So I know it's not just me that this works for. This works for my clients, and I know this will work for you too. I've only had my business for 4 years. So 2020 to 2021, with 2020 was kind of like a partial year, but 2021, I made 47K. And then in 2022, I made 120K. So I more than doubled my income in that year. And then last year, I made 156 in 2023. And this year, I have made over $350,000. So I've doubled again. And the reason why I'm doubling so quickly is because I know how to make money with my marketing. I have the content conversion system, and that's exactly what I want to teach you. And also, the benefit is now that my marketing is profitable and I also know how to do it really quickly, I can travel all over the world with my loved ones. I was able to go and take my grandmother to Paris. I was able to go with my fiance's family and we were able to go to Disney World together. I have been able to go to Greece, go to Antarctica with my family because now I know what works. And so it's not only the freedom to travel, but it's also the freedom that I had sacrificed for my first couple years, like not going on trips. I remember there was specifically a trip when I was at the beach with my family, and I said, nope, I can't go to the beach. I've got to go and do my work with them, do my work instead of going and hanging out with everyone. And I did that because I didn't know what worked. And I know that you guys are making those sacrifices too. And I just want to let you know that it's normal, but you also do not have to continue running your business like that anymore. And I really feel like it's just going to be such a breath of fresh air. All of the clients I've taught this system to, they just are like, is it really that simple? Like, it is really that simple. And I'm like, yep. So 3 simple things that we're going to add to it. And I really want you to have the content conversion system too. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this Make Money with Marketing workshop, because I know how simple it is. And I truly know it's going to make a huge impact in your business. So within that, again, posting nothing and seeing nothing from it and feeling like social media isn't working is something that's so normal. But I want you to stop posting content that doesn't convert, because it is so easy to convert with your marketing. And it's so simple and quick and doable that I know that you guys are going to be able to go from potentially ineffective marketing or just like slightly not super effective to being really efficient and quick with your marketing. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons why having a system for your content is so important. The second thing I wanted to teach you today and talk to you about on this podcast is some major misconceptions with your marketing. And again, this is to be a breath of fresh air for you. I want you to know that it can be so simple, because social media is an amazing free resource. It is free 50. You have to pay $0 and you can get access to people all over the world. Literally, two of my clients in my mastermind are from Australia. I have another client that's in Italy. I have like 6 clients in Canada. I have clients all over the United States. I've had a client in London. There's so many amazing Germany. There's so many amazing places and ways that you can reach people you never would have access to if you would just talk to people face to face. So I really want to teach you, because in the 4 years I've had my business, I've collected my ATR, or all-time revenue. And as of today, when I'm recording this podcast, I am at $695,000. So super close to $700,000 in 4 years. And it's because this is the number one problem I see with my clients, is this ineffective marketing. And if you can clean that up, if you can get that ready to go, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to utilize this free resource and reach so many people. But here are the misconceptions I see with lots of people. Number one, more people in your audience means more sales. Huge misconception. You do not need to have a huge audience to make more sales. You do not need to have a huge reach. You do not need to be getting hundreds of thousands of people watching your reels. If you go back and look at mine, I don't have that many people looking at my reels. And I made that year that I made 120K with first year full time, I had 98 people on my email list. So The number of people, you don't need to have hundreds of people. You just need to have a pot of people and a content system that works. That's why the content conversion system is so effective. The other thing I see is that people think that you need to post all the time to make more money. I have heard that posting like 4 to 6 times a day is necessary to make at least six figures. So not true. That is a complete falsehood. The truth is, you don't need to post multiple times a day to make money. Since 2021, on average, I only do a post a day, around six feed posts a week. I don't post on Sunday, and that's 3 posts and 3 reels going out every single day. And I've made, again, $695,449 and 30 cents all time. So I know that this stuff works, and I know it would work for you too. And you don't need to post all the time, because that's the thing that I think scares and intimidates people is they see maybe content creators and people who are doing influencers that are posting multiple times a day. And they think that as a small business owner, you need to do that. And you don't. You just need to be posting the right kind of content. And that's the content that converts. Last but not least, if I do paid ads, it equals more clients. Huge misconception. You do not need to do paid marketing to make money. One of the things that I want you guys to hear me loud and clear is I made $350,000 this year, and I've made over $300,000 before I spent a dime on marketing. And even though I'm spending money on marketing now, what's happened is in this year, 350, none of my new clients came from the advertising I was doing. It takes a while to figure that stuff out. And I'm playing the long game, so I'm willing to give it a try and learn and get more feedback from it. But all $350,000, and I would argue $700,000, I have made from what's called organic marketing. $0 spent on ads. So I know if I can make $700,000 in 4 years, I know surely that you can make $100,000 without doing paid ads if you don't want to. Now, again, a lot of people had I'm not anti-ads at all. I think that they're awesome. And I think that if you want to put money into them, great. But I think it's a lot easier. And I've talked with three other ad people who do ads, and they always say that you have to figure out how to convert people organically before you convert people without knowing them organically. Because what's happening is it's a lot easier to convert people who already have some sort of understanding of who you are versus going straight to cold traffic that doesn't know you at all. So, and I've heard that is the case for so many people. And it's a lot, once you figure out what works for you organically, then when you put money towards ads, then it actually pays off. So these are the misconceptions. And I just wanted to clear that up, make sure that you know that you do have these things in place, that it's a lot easier than you think. I know it's a struggle, but I know that once you get the content conversion system is so simple, but it is so effective and it works so quickly. Like I mentioned, people have signed clients literally just from implementing this simple strategy I'm going to teach you. So if you would like to join, feel free to use the link in the show notes. And how I'm going to help you specifically is you'll either get the workshop live or you'll get the replay. You're going to have that for life. And what's going to happen is I'm opening a new Facebook group. So for the lovely people that are in my Facebook group, I have some news is that we are shifting that Facebook group, and I'm closing my old Facebook group and I'm opening up my new Facebook group to the people who attend this training. And there are going to be people that can join this for years to come. And you're going to be able to ask specific questions in there. You're going to be able, and I am literally going to edit by hand a piece of copy and I will rewrite it for you. So I really do know that if you can master marketing, it is the biggest way for you to get your message out there. And if you can get clear messaging out there and your marketing is cleaned up, guess what's going to happen? Not just 2025, but any year following, you are going to be able to have a very simple system that really takes me very little time. And you're going to know why you've been posting content that hasn't converted. And you're going to get the content conversion system all included in this. And I wanted to make it donation based. So it's going to be $12. Just for $12, I know this is going to change the way that you write your content. This is going to be a huge, huge asset for your business for years to come. So if you're in, I can't wait to see you there. I will include the link again below. And I can't wait to read your posts and give you some feedback on the Make Money with Marketing workshop. Again, that is going to be on the 16th at 8 p.m. See you there.